Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, our wonderful Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? How is everyone doing today, man? As you can see in the background here, we are overcast again today. It's actually raining again this whole entire week. We should be raining majority of the days. Yesterday I had to improvise again and get some work done inside. Otherwise, rather than doing my walk. And this morning it's drizzling here again, but I determined I'm going to get some little thing in. I miss my outdoors. I miss being outdoors. So anyhow, it's raining here, so I can be kind of just taking it easy here today. But I'm outside. I like doing, getting my little exercise on outside. Hope it's better wherever you are and it's not as overcast and raining like where you are. But anyhow, today I can jump right into it before the rain comes down more. So today, what I want to talk about is poverty versus poor. Poverty versus poor. And let's start off with the scripture in Proverbs 10:15. Proverbs 10:15, and see if this make any sense to you, and we can try and make sense of it. The first part of it says that the rich man's wealth is a strong city. But the part that I really want to focus on is the second part that says the destruction of the poor is their poverty. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. Now, looking at this, does it make sense to you? The destruction of the poor is their poverty. It kind of like, it's redundant. The destruction of the poor is the poverty. We know the poor cause poverty. And so we're like, okay, it has to make some sense. So let's try and make some sense out of this, right? First, let's poor. We're talking about financially poor. You can be poor in many ways, but this poor we're talking about is financially poor. We're talking about money, right? So let's use money for example. And let's say poor, the definition of poor, it's lacking sufficient money to live at a standard considered comfortable or normal in a society, right? That's in a nutshell what financially poor is. You're lacking sufficient money to live at a certain standard, right? So, but what is poverty? Because it said the destruction of the poor is their poverty. So what is poverty? So now when you look at it, poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a mindset or your thinking, right? I could always remember when I went, we were going to buy our house, right? And the lady that we went to, that sell the houses, these the builders, and she ran her credit and stuff. And she said, "Guys, could I give you a little advice?" I said, "Yeah, sure." She said, "Make sure when you're purchasing a house, after you purchase your house, you're not house poor." I was like, "House poor? What do I mean?" She said, "In a nutshell, when you purchase your house, don't only consider the note, right? Don't only consider the mortgage that you have to pay. And when you finish purchasing your house, you don't want all the money that you work for going into your house and you don't have money to do anything else. Because don't only look at the mortgage, because when you remember, the bigger the house you get, is the bigger the electricity bill, as a bigger yard that you have to take care of. And here, especially here in Houston, and any house have to have the AC and everything like that. So you might need two big AC units to cool the house. You might need two water heaters. And all these bills and for maintenance just keep going up. So you might start at $1,000 for your mortgage. But then your bill, your total monthly expenses might be $1,600-$1,700. I said, okay, wow, that makes sense, right? And I know a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck, not because of the amount of money they're working for, right? It's because of the choices they make and how they spend it, right? You could get a person who is poor, to grow up poor all their life, and to come into a big windfall, to win the lotto, or a lot of these athletes who make a lot of money, who make millions of dollars, and they end up back poor again, right? And that's what the scripture is saying. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. It's that mindset. It's what you choose to do and how you choose to spend that money you get. Because, and before you pray to get a lot of money, you should first start praying how to handle that money. Because that could cause more problem for you than before you had the money, right? So let's say a person is poor, And all of a sudden, they win the lotto, 10, 15, $20 million to win the lotto. And what they will do, right? If the poverty is on them, if the mindset is one of poverty, they might go and buy a big fancy house. They might go and buy all the big expensive cars. To buy all the friends. I got a lot of friends hanging on to them. They're partying hard. They're going out. And within a year, 2 years, or if that long, all the money is finished, and you're right back to where you start. Right? It always blows my mind to watch these professional athletes. A lot of them. And they said about 80% of them, I was just researching this, but 80% of them go broke in the first 3 to 5 years after they retire. And when you look at the sums of money these people make, hundreds of millions of dollars in some cases, and they're back broke, right? So let's change this. Let's go back to this scripture and see if it can make sense now, right? They said the destruction of the poor is the poverty. So let's change that word poverty now to thinking or mindset and see if it makes sense now. So the destruction of the poor is their thinking or their mindset. Now it makes some sense. So you got to be careful of the decisions you make. And before you get money, you got to improve your thinking, get some knowledge of how to handle money, how to get out of the poverty mindset, right? Because a person who's not in the poverty mindset, when they get that big sums, I remember Shaquille O'Neal, and I hear this young guy in the NBA right now, Jason Tatum, he played for the Celtics. But Shaquille O'Neal said right through his career, he didn't touch his salary. He just lived off the endorsements, right? He lived off his endorsements, he keep investing. So that's the mindset of not of poverty. But look at all the other guys that go broke, right? What they do, they go and buy all of these. I see some of them got 9, 10 cars. They buy some huge houses, and they got boats, and they got yachts, and they got all this stuff. And as soon as they retire, they can't keep up. Even with all the millions they're making, they're still living paycheck to paycheck, right? So be careful when you get a promotion, when you get that lump sum, you get your tax money, you get your bonuses. You must already have a plan how you're going to spend that. And the plan must include saving. The plan must include clearing off some of your debts to get you out of our debts, right? If you don't have a plan when you come into a windfall, you're going to just waste it and go right back to where you were before you get a windfall, right? So keep that in mind, guys. The destruction of the poor is the poverty. Our thinking can keep us poor, right? So next time you're praying to get a lot of money to win the lotto or get a big windfall of money, pray first for the wisdom to handle that money before you get it, right, guys? So I'm gonna leave that there, but I just want to say one thing. This guy Kevin Ewing that I talk about a lot, he has a great teaching on this too. You can go a lot of in-depth into this if you want to hear more. Kevin Ewing. So guys, thank you guys today. Thank you. Have a great day, a great Friday, going to the weekend thinking about this, guys. Poverty is a mindset, right? And educate yourself on how to handle money, how to spend money before you get it. Thank you and have a great day. Talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.